Hi everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Another beautiful day here in the South and I'm feeling really good. It was beautiful yesterday as well and I was able to get out and get some vitamin D. I'm starting to feel a little bit better now that that the weather's warmed up. There's more days where it's optimal to get out there in the yard and soak up a little vitamin D. I was definitely missing that. That's the missing component. You got to have real vitamin D. I think that's been the missing element since I've been gone from the tropics for about 9 months now. Anyhow, let's get right into it. What I eat in a day on a raw food diet. But I'm kind of switching seasons, switching things up a little bit, and I'll tell you about that. I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit the subscribe button now so you can come back and watch more content. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I'm going to probably do more of these, just kind of as I feel led to do them. As you probably know, I think the last one I did, I was planning on going to Costa Rica. Well, to make a long story short, without going into a lot of details, looks like Costa Rica is not going to happen anytime soon. If it happens this year, it's going to probably be in the last quarter of the year, which would be maybe after Woodstock, like sometime between September and December. But still got to see on that, got to see what happens with my mom. She's doing better. But it's just a matter of seeing if she's going to get back to, you know, being able to take care of herself, functioning on her own, living by herself. Anyhow, a lot of just stuff. So I'm not going back anyway. I'm not going back to Costa Rica. But I was all geared up in my head to get back to Costa Rica. I was kind of geared up to shake off the way I've been doing things here and kind of get back to how I've done this thing almost the whole time I've been following a raw vegan lifestyle. Sorry, I don't know what's got my eye itching today. The pollen's not really bad right now. But yeah, anyway, I was headed back down there. I was ready to do, I was excited. I was going to do all these mono meals, just days and days and days of mono meals because of all the fresh fruit down there. Well, stuff happens. Plans get changed. But I still kind of want to make a seasonal switch. I kind of want to just like, it's time to change up a little bit. You know, you get stagnant. Even though I love everything I eat, I kind of think it's time to add a little bit more variety in there, get more greens back in there, get back to some more salads and what have you. And yeah, just mix it up or otherwise you get stale. You know, I've had a good 3 or 4 months eating very simple with what I have. And I'm going to continue to eat very simple. It's just that I'm going to shift that a little bit, eat a little bit different way. Probably the cooked will be fewer and far between. I don't plan on keeping that up if I'm going to be here for a while, and hopefully I'll get out on the road a little bit. You know, once all this gets settled with my mom, I will be able to get away for 2-3 days at a time, so I'm going to be taking some little trips down to the Gulf Coast. But anyhow, first meal of the day, and I wasn't very happy. I took a couple of sips of this, but I was a little bit low on my oranges today, so my orange juice only came up to about right here, so I'm saying about, oh, these don't have markers on them, probably about 24 ounces of orange juice, which is odd to me. I always fill this up. Now that's something I'm going to stick with. Almost this whole year I've been getting oranges and I've been starting the day with orange juice. And I'm really finding after not, you know, I used to just get up and eat bananas or eat something heavier, more dense. But I'm really finding that starting the day with some juice like that, so nice. Breaking the fast, you kind of ease into it. You're not even totally breaking it because, you know, you're not even taking in any solids. So I enjoy easing into the day with this orange juice. And as long as I can keep getting oranges regularly, I think I'm going to do it. So anyhow, I'll be back to you throughout the day when I'm eating whatever, and I'll just show you how I'm going to kind of switch it up and mix things up a little bit. Okay, running around, trying to do better than yesterday. I got busy yesterday and just started realizing as the day went on, I'm like, wow, I didn't eat near enough today. So got to pay attention and not miss big chunks of time eating. I got something really nice here. I bought these last weekend. I got another one in there. I've got a couple of papayas that I got at the Asian market. Now, one thing I've found, I'm having to relearn the papayas here in the States. They're ripening differently. Sometimes, I probably could have gone one more day on this one, but I've tasted a bite and it's good. Now, you know, when people ask me, somebody's going to ask, how do you pick a ripe papaya? I don't know how to tell somebody how to pick a ripe fruit. That's kind of one of those little mind things. I don't know how to, like, describe taste. There's certain things I just don't know how to do. People say, how did you pick a ripe such and such? I don't know. It's just come from, you know, a lot of them, time. It's by smell, it's by the feel, it's by knowing the ripening pattern in the particular area. And a lot of it is just trial and error. Trial and error. Papaya, I used to hate papaya. I didn't think it was any good because I hadn't had a good one. And I had to go through a lot of papaya before I first got to the one and had my aha moment that, ooh, papaya can actually be good. So I feel everybody out there that's always saying, oh, I hate papaya, or papaya, every time I've eaten it, it tastes like this. Your mileage may vary if you're not getting it in the tropics. I've been getting a lot of good mangoes, but the papayas have been few and far between, but this one's pretty good. And I'll probably go back and check that place out every time I go by just to see. One thing I found too, I guess it's how they travel, or I don't know what it is, but I found that the smaller papayas, I look for the smaller papayas here while I'm in the States. The bigger papayas, I just haven't had much luck with. They tend, it may just be coincidence, random, but they tend not to ripen. They never ripen. They never get quite as good as these little ones. So I'm going to enjoy this one, probably go get some sun here in a little bit, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, been out in the sun getting some of that vitamin D. Really nice day today, and I'm going to keep it juicy for a while longer. It's about noon. It's about noon, and I've just cut up 5 Atolfo mangoes. Man, these mangoes, if I could keep getting this all through the summer, it'll be a little bit of a consolation for not being back in Costa Rica, because these are good. To be honest, this is about as good as any mango as I've ever had. I love these little Atolfos. Every one of them. And, excuse me. They're more consistent than the other mangoes too. Like, I probably will jinx myself by saying that, but I don't remember buying one of these that was bad. Actually, I bought one and I kind of misjudged it and I let it go a little bit too long, but no, this is good. So I'm going to sit down, get some work done, enjoy this bowl of mango, and I'll see y'all in a little while when I eat something again. Back from the gym. It was a good workout today. Thought I'd come outside for a little bit. Rare opportunity when nobody's making noise in the neighborhood, but that could change at any time. They do like their power tools, and everybody's especially excited because now they can start playing in their yards again. But anyhow, gonna have a green smoothie, nice big green smoothie. I kind of lost track of the bananas. I've got either 7 or 8 in here. Using spinach, got spirulina, of course. You know I always have spirulina, and just a little bit of cacao for flavor. Got to get my green smoothie in during the day. You know, even when I'm having the juicier fruit, I tend not to have as many of the green smoothies, but because sometimes I go through periods where I'll have 2 of these a day, this size a day. But yeah, trying to mix it up a little bit more, and that's a good feel to build into the day. Let's see, what have I had so far? This is the first kind of heavy thing I've had. I've had orange juice early, then I had papaya, then I had mango. Right now it's about 2:30, having a green smoothie. Have time to go do just a little bit more work, go see my mom, and then I will be back to eat one more time. I think one more time, we'll see. All right, it's dinner time, and I am definitely ready. I got a big bowl. Actually, it's not as much as I would have thought it would be. It's about 4 zucchinis and a cucumber spiralized, but they weren't the biggest zucchinis and they weren't the biggest cucumber. But got a nice little pile of greens here. or you know, oodles, zoodles, and koodles. And I've got this here. This is like corn. This is like a corn sauce dressing. It's real thick. I think it's gonna be good on this. I've filled it up to about here with corn, so it's pretty thick. Got some dill in it, got some other things in it. Hold your horses on the recipe. Recipe will be coming next week. I started to just do a recipe video today and do this one because I really had a taste for it, and I've been kind of playing around with the idea of a corn sauce chowder that was better than what I've done before. But this one's not quite there yet, so stay tuned. I will probably have a recipe video for this one by next week, early next week. So it's gonna be a good one. It's already good. Like a lot of times things that I make, I kind of say, oh yeah, it's not recipe worthy or it's not ready yet. But that doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. You know, every time I've gotten decent enough in the kitchen now to where nothing is, I can't remember the last disaster, like making food that was bad. Actually, I can't even remember making food that was, you know, even remotely unpleasant to eat. I've just gotten, you know, where you can use, you know what mixes. As I was making dinner tonight and putting this together and playing with the recipe, I was thinking back a few years ago to some of the things. You know, you pick up a trick here and there. And you build on that. A few years ago, there were things I would combine. I don't know why I would combine it. I guess I was just playing. And then I learned some basics of, you know, a little bit of salt taste, a little bit of savory, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of this and that. And my recipes got better. Now I've already tasted this. This dressing is really, really good. I've got so much dressing. Like I say, I don't have enough zoodles to go with it. But this is probably going to end up being a multi-use recipe. This could be used as a pot for pasta, raw pasta. It could be used as a dip. And it's if you want a thick one, and probably what I'll end up doing is just having some of this as a thick soup. So anyhow, I'm not going to take a bite right now on camera because it's like a trifecta of bad for the beard. It's got like you know, zoodles, it's pasta, it's real creamy. I'll make all kind of mess. So I'm going to go sit down and enjoy this right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll tell you what, I'm going to start doing a lot more. I'm going to start doing what I eat videos much more frequent. And the reason why is because, you know, today I already see things like, okay, well, I didn't get that many greens in today. You know, maybe if I hadn't have had this, a big salad for tonight, or sometimes I have 2 smoothies. I just really want to let people see the different stuff. I mean, you know, sometimes if somebody sees one video, that's a microcosm. I've gotten asked questions before like, well, you're only eating this, or you missed this, or what about this? Don't you eat any of this? Well, yes, but I can't eat everything that I need to eat every single day. So I'm going to do a number of these videos just so you can see variety, different days, and not just different food, but different ways of doing it every day. So anyhow, I hope you guys will give me a thumbs up on this one, and I will see you again tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace.